guess for the record. Did, huh? Oh, okay. And to go ahead and talk into the mic, and then we'll be recording.
Okay. All right, kasi siya na ay siya nagito kwe na yo nagito nadit ano yagi siya Phil Harrison nagay originally from Red Valley, Arizona or Cove, Arizona. There and I lived out Shiprock, and on the weekends I live in Rio Rancho in New Mexico, Albuquerque there. And Kilichi and snow touching buses to Kapai that's another but under che. At the better now and see. Yeah, I'm the lead consultant on Radiation Exposure Compensation Act, RECA, Radiation Exposure Compensation Act, and then we have an amendment to the current statutes of RECA, and for people that mine uranium and the people that were exposed to a radioactive fallout from Nevada from the years of 1951 to 58 and 1 month and 62. There's a criteria for uranium workers to file a claim. One is the duration, 1 year of employment, also a lung disease. Basically, it's called just a dust disease with some of these miners that have cancer. And under Donovan, if you were born in 63, you don't qualify. It's not us that drew that line. It's July 62 was the month that they stopped the detonation in Nevada test site. So the 51 to 58 is to call exposure 1. The second part is called exposure 2. San Juan County, Utah is also included. Patrick County, Navajo County, Coconino County, Yavapai County, San Juan County, Utah, and some counties up here, up north towards Salt Lake. Not every county is involved, and there's a struggle to amend this law. So a little background info. I myself mined uranium underground for 4 months, and also worked down here at Rare Metals remediation site as a surveyor. And I'm also a claimant with Department of Labor because of my illness. My late father was 43 years old when he died from lung cancer. 20 years of work in unventilated mines, and a lot of our people, during that time, the development of the nuclear fuel cycle. And that movie that came out not too long ago, Oppenheimer, we supplied the uranium to make that bomb. So we did the first law in 1990 with the late Stuart Udall. He was the former Secretary of Interior. 1990, we amended that law in 2000 to allow other categories. So what was not included in the 2000 is Congress told us to bring it back. So I drafted another set of changes, which is these two bills here. That is what's happening now. So 2009, we took this to Washington. So the main thing that needs to be amended is workers that work from 72 to 90. Majority of them are over in Gallup, Church Rock, United Nuclear Mine, Kermit Mine, ARG, Don Lake Grants, Don Lake Hisani, Laguna, Pewaukee, Jack Paul Mine, Pewaukee, New Mexico. Those were not included, so we're including that. The other thing is that we're going to extend the downwind coverage to New Mexico, San Juan County, McKinley County, Cibola County, Montezuma County, Cortez. So this bill, didn't need for our people. It's a good bill. And while we were doing this, people are gone at New Mexico, Trinity Hall, yeah, the bomb this stone. Edo atkato lehta no. Edo, the whole state of New Mexico is becoming downwind. The state of Utah, the whole state of Utah is going to be downwind. Colorado, Montana, Idaho, and Guam in this amendment that's going through DC now in the House and Senate. And also Trinity, the detonation of the bomb down in Tularosa Basin. So all those people will be included if Congress amends this law. Mescalero tribe, our cousins down south. I wrote a letter last week and I got a call back yesterday. We're going to set a meeting with the tribal president and their council, perhaps the end of this month, August. We need their help to advocate, because they're asking for it. What about the other nations? What about the other Native American tribes? Are they struggling? Are they impacted? That's what they're saying. So we'll be going down to Mescalero, hopefully end of this month, and the Elbow Band of Navajos, Alamo, New Mexico. We're going to include them too. So to make the long story short, is that these two bills, it's going to be a good bill, this one here. This is the Senate Bill 1751. If you have a computer, you can actually Google this, congress.gov, and start looking for 1751. It's going to be a good bill. This one is the House of Representatives, 4426. In here, it has I took part of the draft. Half of that I drafted those because I was there in Washington when they did when they amended the law. So what will happen too, what I mean by a good bill is that the previous recipient, those that worked from 1942 to 71 now, we call them pre-71. So if you work in 72, you're not eligible. So the good thing about it is that they will get an additional money. All these previous recipients will get another 100,000. Those that receive 50,000 for downwind cancer, they will get 100,000. So there's going to be additional compensation, which is also in here. But Congress, Washington, they're frowning on the costs. So the whole thing throughout the pre-71, 2.5 billion, that's how much money was spent on our radiation victims, 2.5 billion. If you compare that to $60 billion for their nuclear weapons protection back east, $60 billion, that's how much money they're spending. And a lot more money is going overseas. So if you look at 2.5 billion, that's not very much. Now, the new applicants, post-71, the downwinders, perhaps in New Mexico, they will be getting 150,000 plus medical benefits. The new miners will get 200,000, 50,000 from the Department of Labor through Office of Workers' Compensation Program, and impairment valuation set aside for 250,000. So could that not if we get this done? The reason why that we're doing this to increase the payment is like, what is wrong with us? I've been to Washington so many times. I testified before Congress. This last trip, last month, July 24, 28, I asked about here. And I mean to the point where I said, what is wrong with us? I said, look, as we played a significant role in national security. We supplied the element to make nuclear weapons. We were the first responders. The editor chief, then were the first responders. And I said, what is wrong with us? 911, they're paying billions of dollars. They're paying cancer cases, 1.1 million, 1.2 million to individual. Lung disease, 880,000 for lung disease. 100,000. These days, it's really nothing. And our cancer, unknowingly, people were subjected to the radioactive fallout. Probably like 300 miles here to Nevada test site. Those better houses are no, that caused a lot of cancer. Remember a long time ago, there was no such thing as cancer. Maybe every now and then. So this is the pure negligence of the federal government. For a minor, I said that, you know what? You should have told the people how dangerous this was. You should have them sign a consent to work because of the extreme conditions. You didn't do that. When I went to work in a mine, shovel shade, hard hat and a light pack, and they told me, keep the tracks clear, grease the fence in there. If you're not doing that, help the drillers. They didn't say, don't eat in there. Make sure you take a shower. Don't drink that water that's in there. Nobody warned us about that. As I then, so we have the right, to correct the wrongs, which is done by as minorities, as Native Americans. The word is guinea pigs. So this last month when we went there, I think we did a good job. On Thursday, press conference, we heard that one of the senators, Josh Hawley, and then so they introduced and that's called NDAA. That's a peso, National Defense Authorization Act. And Josh Hawley made an amendment to add RICA in there. And we heard that during the press conference that's happening now. And Senator Lujan, Congresswoman Fernandez, they got involved in it. So the bill that we have been struggling with for a long, long time, with a few supporters. We're a grassroots organization, we're not funded. We don't get paid for doing this high classified lobbying in Washington. We begin to be capital rats over there. But they said that we needed 60 votes to pass the amendment. Chapter the council 60 votes. So when I got back to the hotel, Our fingers were like this, hoping that 4:30, I got a text message from Senator Lujan's office, said they approved the amendment, 61 to 37. Okay, it's added in there. So that's what happened in Washington and Chicago. So now what's going to happen is that I went and studied these two bills. They want to put this into one, the reconciliation with Yajin. The House Conference Committee, the Senate Conference Committee, they want to sit down and discuss this. If that is approved, they'll send this to the House and Senate. They will vote on it. Okay? The bill on NDAA is labeled as a must-pass bill. These law but that is a lot so but that even not a bit lot what and ours is in there. The Amendment 2023 is in there. In the history of the Navajo Nation, if this is passed, it's going to be a good thing for people. At least, maybe a small J, justice, yeah. They can upgrade that to a capital J to finally get justice for our people. There's just no sense what they did to us. It's not fair. The site over here, Rare Metals, doesn't even have a lining underneath. And that water is sinking that way towards Monkopi. Same way with Mexican water. Same way with Shiprock. Same way with Milan. All these other countries over in Yerevan, Durango, Mowat, you know what they did? They moved all their stuff to a cell in Salt Lake City. Well, we're living with this. Nihiya. It's contaminating underground water. So, now, I'm concerned about Shidao, Divanash, Nishko. 45 years now, I spent my lifetime working on the compensation for our people. What we have done helps everybody. What we have done from the past, from the Navajo Nation, it helped other people. Nihe were the only grassroots committee of the Navajo Nation that's working on this. Anihideya started in 1978 after I got back from the military, 1976. A couple of years later, through a chapter meeting, they asked us to help. So since then, we've been working on this. This dinner was never. You know, so I can go get retarded and sit around the beach somewhere and get away from this and be home with my wife and my grandkids. But this has been the struggle, you know, especially not getting paid for what we're doing. I'm going to go back to Window Rock here. For years, I worked with all of those administrations. And you know what, to tell you the truth? They were not very aggressive. Mr. Colorado Aniya, as a former delegate, they were not very aggressive. Our President Boo Nygren was there. Madam Speaker Curley was there in DC. Not very aggressive language. Especially with Harriet Hackman, Congresswoman David Date. She has one with Senator Lomas of Wyoming. And the cutoff for them is 1978. They had their own legislation, for Uranium Workers Act or something like that. And I told Ms. Hackman that still, you're shutting the doors on the core of the mighty 24-hour shift in the 80s. I said, you're cutting them off in 78. Still, I said, that's not going to work for us. We're not going to accept that. I think we turned her head. I think she's going to support us. I'm headed back on September 18 back to DC. I called out this study along with the 7 other people that are called RICA Community Frontliners from Tulsa Basin, Utah, Montana, Guam, Tommet veterans. Ado. I call, we want to lobby with the Comforts Committee. I don't know who they are, both the House and Senate. We're going to tell them that, can you do our wishes? The Lujan Fernandez bill, Senator Crapo bill, that's going to help a lot of people. And we don't want to be shortchanged again. And in the our lobbying, we use data, okay? We use data. This is the reason why. This is the reason why. This is the reason why. You said that these guys work in a clean mine. I said that's not the case. That's what they're saying. It carried over from the dirty mines of pre-71 to post-71. Knee deep water. Workers were exposed to a lot of gamma radiation. But you can go daylight and work up there. So those are some things that we use. What ela you bahan na do aro kwanda kujikel tinigi adeya cancer kwa haloya. You can still file. We had that 2-year extension not too long ago. So we got 1 year to go with the current kia beho katigi na yegi RICA Department of Justice. We got 1 year to go. And if this is approved, we'll have 19 more years. 19 more years, I'll probably be in a group home somewhere, running a bingo. So, we had a meeting at the Namzat, 200 people. Friday at that, we had a meeting in Gallup, about 200 people. So our people are excited. They're excited. They want to see this, and and we were told at one time, you're not going to do it. It's not going to happen. Congress is too much R. Being a minority, you're not going to get covered. You're not going to do it. I heard all kinds of negative remarks. When I told Congress that, this is what my people are saying. But I want you guys to know that. I said, I know you guys can do that. Despite of what's going on, yeah. Good. I don't hear my agenda, I have my cell phone number on there and our office number. So the other thing I want to introduce is Yvette Willianway, the Chigi, given home health care. We're taking care of a lot of minors. So if you've got a question, downwinders, if it's approved, they will have home care. I wrote in there with medical benefits, yeah. So if you're a recipient for a cancer case, we'll assign you a worker and a nurse, which is also a big plus, because cancer don't eat area. So they need help too. So right now, minors they have home care. I have a lot more, but I know you guys are going to be busy. For cloud on this, that I go to the is question there. Oh, Shabbat Lina, your destiny. Okay, the Nelly President Yale was another wonder at the same. There's a event that the president said, no, that's a checkbook, Nash. I don't know. How they sleep about that. Okay, let's say that the amendment is made, yeah. September, or they're in recess now. So the end of September, maybe October, if the House, both houses vote on it and pass it, yeah. So then October, November, December, right around there, Balzon passed it on. One of our key people that we work with, hello, Cordova, Tina Cordova. She went to see the president in Albuquerque, and the president went like this to her cheek. Said, Tina, if it comes across my desk, I'll sign that into law, because President Biden's son also died from cancer. So they talk about it. So let's say that it is signed before December, and depending on the budget process, it could be next year, And I imagine that if you're a recipient from RECA, I imagine you'll get a letter from the Department of Justice, Washington. They're the ones that are administering the claims. It's going to say that we're proud to let you know that pursuant to an amendment to 101-426, you are now eligible to receive an additional money. Otherwise, we might be doing it too. So, okay. So hopefully next year. Yeah, hopefully next year. Ernie. That might work. Yeah. Well, as far as I'm concerned, RECA is titled like trust fund. Yeah. RECA trust fund. So I don't think anybody touches it. Now the other program is called OWCP, AA Home Care. Yeah. Edo peso bisanel. Shachi peso bisanel dole. That's the one that pays for your home care medical benefits. So what Ela? All right. Oh, okay.
Okay, you talk about the Ray Meadows
Yeah.
the city.
Yeah.
My dad worked over there, my mom, me, my sister, my sisters and brother.
Mm-hmm.
We used to live there. My dad used to work at Ray Meadows. I remember those houses over there. Yeah, we used to live over there. My mom died she's deceased right now. She died of cancer. And what about all those like that?
Okay. In the bill, we requested $9 million to do epidemiology study. The miners' kits, yeah. And I think as rare metals remediation site, well, yeah. Those workers that work there are eligible to file a claim. Your mom, depending on her birthday, yeah, she would be eligible for a cancer claim. Yeah. If you're born like 63, though 64, 65, ain't taga. So as long as she was physically present in Coconino County, 51 to 58, or July 62, you guys will be eligible. Even if a person is deceased, they will find the beneficiaries. So you're probably eligible to file a claim. Your dad's not here?
My dad deceased.
Okay, yeah, you can, as beneficiaries, with your sibling, you guys can file. The amount for that one's $50,000. Like I said, if they approve the amendment, yeah, the remediation workers that work at Rare Metals, they're eligible to file. The only thing is that you have to be sick, yeah. You have to be sick. Then you have to work 250 working days to qualify. Even that is like, the threshold is too high. For miners, threshold is too high. You have to be sick to get paid. That's the only thing. There's a group of people called Radiation Advisory Council. They're the one that does the policy. But I met a man in DC. He came up to me, he says, Phil, I'm the one that researches the policy, and I supply a draft of policy given to Congress. when we go back, I'm going to meet with him, okay? And we're going to see if there's some flaws in the law, the current law, both downwind and uranium workers. Yeah, there's some flaws in there. So, and people are struggling now because the criteria to qualify is just too much. Yeah, why can't there just be one medical test? Yeah, maybe chest X-ray that shows that the perfusion is 1/0, or maybe blood gas test. Yeah, but no, people are frustrated with the law, so it should be. They should loosen the requirements, streamline the process. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do when we go back to DC on the 18th. They've been a big help. Ernie's been a big help. Mr. Colorado's been a big help. Bobby Robbins from Tuba City. We all talk. Almost every week we talk about this. So if you have any questions, you can go to Lena. And like I said, my cell phone's on there. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm from Gallup. We're from Gallup.
Oh, okay.
I talked to you as you were on the freeway.
Yeah.
And I'm now right there.
Oh, okay.
I was right there in Cameron.
Yeah.
Between Tuba City Junction and Cameron.
Yeah.
And you told me I missed it by 3 months.
Yeah.
I was born 1962 in November the 23rd, so I missed it by 3 months.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, that is to me it's flawed. So if your parents were in the exposure zone, go, and then here you're born, yeah, then you have cancer, go. Lately it was okay, but we've seen 3 cases that are filed that were denied, and one of them, yeah, 1 month since I said, what the heck is wrong with these guys? So we're going to talk about that. And babies start being born, and then they were born in the year 62, yeah, maybe like November, and they're being denied. So that's when there's a name for it, utero, that's one, yeah. Oh, yeah. But the only thing is that you got to have what they call a primary cancer. There's 20 of them, 20 different types of cancer, and it's got to be primary, not something that has metastasized, spread out, or tumor or stuff like that, or thyroid disorder. They don't do that. It's got to be primary cancer. So we're going to talk about that with that guy, and I think we're going to get it done. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. When I do presentation, I try to rush you. Sometimes they will say, take your time, get some coffee. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I just want to say thank you to Phil for coming out and getting this report for us. A lot of people out there are still suffering from these cancers. And we're trying to help Phil here, support him. And where he comes out with what the and also we have teams from that have checked around also and showed their body and earlier.
Robbins.
Yeah. And then we're into it and we're really supporting Phil in this case. It's long time to be heard. We're being mistreated and not full money and Şiyastiyle aşkına edişiniz. Welfare andan yüklenir dağda ülkada edilmiş. Washington ortada çıkar. O ego da bir kanlı ekonda çıkma seni investine seni. Bir ani en hayır. kon de zai in je on je kai de ni de ni la shon ni a do ko she ke na na suspense on ni ji ho di de bi ta ha no e da ko ka is disease hai ni ki de match ko what la ko ko ni ya so a penny there's so best on you jump about ya last half the cheer with the air will be really now the dog they go the next on the area oh you should not have here you get up free when you should not have here due to the health of our children and also the workers that have gone in to work at the uranium mine. Of course, as a spouse, our husband comes home from work. There's no shower there at the site. The underwear is their head and the light. No mess. We live in little ways down the hill, but we live with our kids. That's how we went through. He went through for the mining for 10 years. So we did face a lot. We did face a lot now here at this age. So that makes you think that what about other people? What are they facing? They're facing their cancer and whatnot. So we're trying to be supportive on the side. So I don't think and the other officials. Although the Hadash that you are here. Now you know what's going on out there. They have a committee now, so it was like meeting. Other side that relates to health. When you help for that, then yeah. We used to have meetings, we'll call health board from the 11th chapter. But now they've done away with the health board. So we're just individually voicing our concern. That's what we're doing now. So that would be something that the cabinet would consider, is to leave the health board or some other name that you can put to represent your committee. He goes travel, so supporting this recall for ages to make time and clear that across to you. So for the day that she although after givens when you get in that you should take the point and you count us at that. Although the jet the point and you count us at that. And they were some chapter for another. I don't know how the agenda is set there, but I don't know if they have health board that relates to this. I think that our chamber something throw me and have a lot. No, I'm not so bad, rest of it really so I thought the seat I thought later after. Once he is resent that the seat, then we're going to go on with another kind of plan that is waiting. We haven't heard that yet, but we haven't heard the meeting yet, but they go by policy also. We had that one, the representative of each chapter that goes to attend the meeting and bring back a report. And that's what I used to do. So now we said we don't have half board, it's just kind of like, it's just for your individual information that we kind of run with it, or tell others to voice their concern. But we also, on behalf people that want help for themselves, thanks for attending this meeting. Take it back and tell your family out there, we had this meeting today that's called recap. Due to all the disease, even down the winter, other countries from the down the winter, or coconuts, the farmers don't have now in the bad so ADP of the thought for every time I should be done when there's for death or it's just we don't know yet until the illness comes to us. Then we find out that, oh, you're down with this one, which is too late, Some people have left before that. We hate to see that. It is very something I said. For each and every one of you, thank you for coming from the chapter official. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to have Phil say something that relates to that, Thank you, Shiash.
Okay, announcement, Sanborn County Commissioners, they were very helpful. Our attorney drafted a resolution for them. They submitted on and the county commissioners signed up on it. It went to Senator Bii and Romney in Utah. That's how we got that 2-year extension to read that. So we got 1 year ago. Then on Friday, the home care outreach is going to happen in Page Friday. You know where it's at?
No, I don't.
Yeah, 8 Page there, this coming Friday. And then next Thursday, we're going to sit down with Senator Lujan, Congresswoman Fernandez. They asked me to bring 3 full-set minors, 2 others yet, plus myself. We have 20 minutes to talk to the senators about the importance of this guy. Trinity will also bring 3, Laguna's will bring 3, Rico Roundtable, Thursday, no, not on the top. So that's what we're going to be doing next week at Hispanic Congress Center. Yvette also brought some refreshments. Water you got from Arlington. Jack?
이게 그런데 ICK 이게 나 석사시도 왜 september 아도 저 에나 아도 in my idea so next year that's in the COVID technique that I bring down the aggressive connection. She consultancy, 12 years, return. We go to consultancy, something like that, and they feel here. The truth is not fit. Even if there's no window at that time, I was with the National Social Service Committee. For the Friday, supported them. Coba ya nanti ini program ini itu belum selesai. Ini ya itu kalau sampai ya ini jadi nalar semester dia akan seperti itu ya. Ini itu harus itu perdón, ella, Pecado, o ayudo para hacer, acoger la que, o ayude, y que, de casa, que, hablar, tener el cabello, la plata, la tener, y cabella, tocar el se data si dritti e appena vengo a vostra e di data di anche da capella e data così so caso di cito prego se ovviamente allora la telefonia Bill Catholic, they told me the man that it was hard to nation need. I think they did some of those things. The way we got the other organization. So, I think that was era la experiencia Pero I see a text of who came to us. I couldn't touch Oh, saya start because thank you. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you so much.
Again, Mr. Harrison for updating on RECA and the program, although Conan did not submit. Okay, hello, we can tell others about it. The agenda that they had, is information is on there. The only thing I wanted to ask about is what is the website that you need to go to?
Yeah, for Congress, it's Congress.gov. And the other one is given GHHC.com. A lot
of people they called there, yeah, 598, 5,000. Yeah, it's on the agenda.
Okay. So what are, on cool uranium, the effects that it has and the testings that they have done in Nevada? I think there's a movie out on it right now, how all that had come to fruition on doing those testings. So if you, hello, and get the movie, do you remember?
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer. It's a German name, isn't it, Oppenheimer? Yeah, because there was a German scientist that put that together. Although, obviously, the way they show it, obviously not Kim, they went ahead and did it, even though there were, skiing. 里面的还是阿多以来的 Abisna Kim that they went ahead and did it. So they didn't know what the effects and everything would have been on it. They still did that. So and for that, it's probably a long time coming. Ado kung the amendment do alaad the other so that is good for our people. Hala o you the neshi it affected a lot of people. So able to is it ada but lagana do na kai the ha I she so ba density ado and when the kit what the eligibility requirements are, who. Hey, yeah, so the fees so often I don't kiddo, you can ask any questions on that. Okay, I can't start the home against I also money not so bad. Then he can't deal with it not. Okay, the chapter meeting, but not 25 quorum, the non hard conversation is not going at the snow. So they could listen to this. He recorded, he does, there's no, Sheffield goes in the son of Hono, eight of our kids. Those, well, you can just talk amongst each other while we wait with, for the 25 quorum.
Yes, that looks great.
Did you have a question?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask him, see, when is, the next meeting that we will have?
Okay, Mr. Harrison, they want to know when the next meeting is gonna be?
Good question, sometimes, when we meet, we, talk about the eligibility criteria. We probably not a little bit, most likely it's gonna be in Tuba. We had one meeting in Cameron one time, not sure the job will be like. The other meetings were in Tuba. The thing is that the Jeffrey houses, they charge us a lot of money. And, I would say that, still, at least the best, they should waive the fee to show. So it is that we have problems with, Bristol Kennedy, he had no, there's about that. So we'll let, Nina know.
Okay.
Bobby Robbins, so we'll let them know on that, so they can get that out.
Okay, with our chapter, you just need to have the application in 72 hours before the meeting. And sometimes we're able to waive the fee, so but the application has to be, at least try to put it in for a week so that the chapter house can be ready, set it up for you guys. So they put that, if you should have a meeting here. And then other times would be, just, during chapter meetings, we can have you as a presenter during the chapter meeting too. So, Otto, if there should be any resolutions that you want us, would support, always let us know too, so we can always put it on our agenda, part of the resolutions for our agenda. $8 I'll offer that to you guys. So I'll click ahead. About chapter meeting, we're waiting for 25 people. Right now, we have 21 voters of this chapter.
Ross.
Oh, Ross,
Yeah.
Ross. Okay. We do have another person that is here, that is a part of the agenda for the chapter meeting. The Coconino County Supervisor candidate, Ross Hirschdresser. Yay, I took a shot.
That's German too, by the way.
Oh, it is, huh?
Word stressor. I just wanted to interview.
Okay. Well, actually, it's.
Go ahead. I'll change it. I'll change it.
Okay.
No, I'll change it. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right, first, thank you very much for allowing me to be on the agenda to do this. My name is Ross Bergstresser. I'm a candidate for Brooklyn County Board of Supervisors District 4. As for next year's election, 2024, a year from this month. So this is about myself. I have an administration degree from Northern Arizona University. I'm a retired deputy sheriff in King County. I'm also a decorated combat veteran. Served in the United States Air Force for 25 years. Besides all that, I'm a husband with 5 kids, 3 grandkids. And to me, that is more important than anything I just said before. I consider myself a family man with family values and Christian morals. I'd like to kind of give you an idea of who I am. The main thing is that there's 2 things that are important for any person in any kind of position. And the first one is leadership. That's very important. A person must have some kind of leadership quality in order to perform their responsibility. And the biggest one of that bunch is representation. Most of the time you'll see politicians gather 3 to 4 months before an election. You get to know them and vote for them, and you don't see them again until 4 years are up, and the election comes up again, 3 to 4 months before the election. I just want you to know that I'm here. The election is until a year away, this month, next year, and you're going to be seeing a lot of me. This district includes Navajo Mountain, Description House, Coal Mine, Red Lake or Columbia, Burke Springs, Loop, Solon Lake. Those are the main areas of that district for that are on the reservation. And so our time is going to be out and about, visiting those areas for the next year. Make myself known, keep my face, ask questions. The main idea is that it's going to take representation. A person needs to be where the people are, to be able to listen to them, and know what the problems are, what they need in their life to make their life more good. But for instance, here, just from Mr. Harrison, thank you very much for being here. You opened my eyes. I had a lot of my friends that have died, wounded, and other government-induced problems. Agent Orange, still is a big issue. Uranium, materials. If you think about it, I would like to consider myself proactive. And it's sad that the government has to be reactive and not give out compensation. I'm sure everyone here has lost loved ones and has suffered from government's exposure to certain chemicals. I think that you'd rather have your loved ones here and not suffering than receiving compensation. That's how I look at it. I look at myself as being proactive. In other words, getting things done before the reaction that the government has to take because of their actions that they did caused grief and pain and sorrow amongst the people of the victims that they caused. And we did pro-life. Don't let that ever happen. Don't let that ever happen so that these loved ones do not die or suffer from these illnesses as well as consequences. I am thankful and grateful that the government is accepting responsibility for their actions and trying to compensate those that they feel are affected by their quote bad decisions that they have made. But again, I think that we're agreed that they better have the loved ones here, and the loved ones not suffer from the exposure that the government has caused. Or trying to. But the big one is to be representation and volunteer. I love the fact that Mr. Harrison is here on his own time. He's not getting paid to do what he's doing. That's what it takes. It takes, again, representation. Go out of their way to help others. I would encourage everyone to have that same kind of philosophy in their life. Most of the time, individuals are more concerned about themselves because they're in that survival mode. The survival mode. I have to work day and night to support my family, make sure payments to pay the bills. And then I believe that this kind of individual does that to be able to donate their time, volunteer to help their community. That is a big part in improving the community. Thank you very much for the volunteer. I do appreciate that. I have a petition. Anyone that is in those districts that I mentioned, I'll be more than happy to sit down and talk with them and discuss the issues, and also to sign my petition. So other than that, Chairman, thank you very much. Thank you very much for letting me hear. And you're going to be seeing a little bit more of me. I hope that when you see me, you don't roll your eyes and get sick of me being here. but I am going to be here. There's an old saying, squeaky wheel gets the grease. Right? Squeaky wheel gets the grease. And Mr. Harrison probably knows that probably better than anyone in this room. Okay? Squeaky wheel gets the grease. I want to be that squeaky wheel for you. And it takes representation to know what needs to be squeaked for it to come to pass. And that leadership that I feel that I have, because of my past experiences and past professions that I've been in, that leadership is a key role. Leadership with that representation is the key to get things done. Thank you very much for your time. I do appreciate it. I'm here for the remainder of the day. I'm not going to be one of those that just show up talking. Okay? I'm here for the day to listen to what is going on in this community. That way, I know I can better serve. Thank you very much.
Great votes.
Oh. Yes.
Go ahead.
Thank you for coming, Ross. Next time you bring your interpreter, more understanding of
Okay. And
how to words.
and I do apologize if I talk too fast. And you are right. I remember when I was in Saudi Arabia after 9/11. I was put on a special team called anti-terrorism specialty team after 9/11. And you know, most of those terrorists that threw those planes into the buildings, about 90% of them were Saudi Arabia, come from Saudi Arabia. And so our team went to Saudi Arabia to investigate and to find these terrorists and terrorist cells. And I look like I know Arabic. I had an interpreter. Exactly right. I had that interpreter, and it was done because of that interpreter. I had another interpreter in Iraq. Unfortunately, he was killed. He was killed doing the job.
So you'll be visiting us,
Yes.
chapter description of here?
Yes, and that's the idea. There are meetings. There's a lot of meetings. I mean, the chapter is one, but then there are subcommittees. And I like to attend, about 5 or 6 committees along with the chapter meeting. Now, do that with the other chapters in this district, and I can run around and keep my head cut off. That's why I organize myself. So there are some times that I probably won't be able to be here because of meetings. However, I will notify the chapter that I could not make it because of other commitments. And then something else that I will do as a supervisor would be to publish my calendar. So that way everyone knows where I am. And that's the big thing right there. The calendar would be on the internet, on my website, or if I can, it would be on the county website also. Because it's very important to know who the representative is, what they are, have contact information, and all
We are out here in the Western Navajo Agency.
Yes.
We're kind of back out this way.
that. I'll tell you what right now, it's 2 hours from my house to get here. It's 2 hours.
Yeah,
And so I will, on my way back, visit other people and other members of other chapters that I know on my way back home.
the thing is, I'm driving at is, when you're in the future, when you'll be meeting, President Booth, with your, law and stuff changes.
I have met the president. I'm a veteran advocate or advocate for veterans. And so I was at 2 meetings in the last 2 months over veterans organizations. There was a big one that was up to this, that was in, to the city.
Yeah.
Locally right there.
That's what we're
And we had
doing.
the president there, we had our state representative there, we had the whole nation, council was there.
Yeah,
And we also had the United States individual that is the head of Veterans Affairs, appointed by President Johnson. He was also, I got to run short with some individuals who talked to this. Wasn't able to talk to your president. Then he got up and talked. He left. I didn't have enough time to introduce myself to him.
the reason why is, here on the Western Agency, our concern are not really listening to provide the Booth, President Booth out there. And we're kind of being left out as well as other, Utah, New Mexico, Colorado, Arizona. So we still need help related to the law that you guys are working on. And how does it work? Will it also interact with the Navajo Nation too? Is that kind of a deal I think we should have?
Well, the big one is Coconino County, which is Board of Supervisors, is that Coconino County tax numbers by law cannot be extended to information because of the sovereign nation and there are no property taxpayers on the reservation. That's a sad thing. That's a sad thing. So that's why I always claim representation. Two people get the reason I can be that spokesperson for those types of issues. Those types of issues. The same with the down, the same is true with mining, works by no matter where it is.
Yeah.
To say so, and can speak up, actually, speak of my actual.
We still do need help here, so
Yes.
that's the reason I'm raising my concern, that every year, every 4 years, people come in and say, I'm doing this and that, they don't do it. So,
If you notice so far what I said, I'm a promise keeper. So I don't want to promise anything that is way out there and not fulfill that promise.
yeah.
And I see this for politicians all the time, promise, they get in office and nothing. I don't want to be that, because to me that is a negative connotation that is represented on me. And so I watch what I say, try to make those promises. And so when I say squeaky wheel, I promise to be a squeaky wheel. Okay? I promise I will be here to represent you. I can do those are things in my power that I can actually do to represent you. That's what I know how. By being, just being with these meetings, to me, shows you that I am your spokesperson, I am that speaker.
When I say Western Agency, there's 18 chapters of the Western Agency.
Yes.
That's why I'm pointing this out. It's not
Yes.
just only us, there's others other chapters are included.
Now, I understand that there's a Western Agency meeting, hallelujah,
Yes.
that, it's, I think it's this Thursday, if I'm not mistaken, this Thursday. And I plan on being there. What good it will do, if there's anything else, it is to get my face and recognition out of the approach. If you ask me, look, I have to know what the needs are and what the important things are, and prioritize, of course. But be that speaking to the forwards. You have to meet with me. A lot of it is a veterans organization. I'm an advocate for veterans. I am a member of Bird Springs, a veterans organization. I'm also a member of the American Legion Post 112, which is Luke. People ask me, why are you out here at Luke? And I go, because that's where the need is. That's where the need is for our veterans. So I serve the veterans in those areas. So yes, that's it. We're a small organization, but just to let you know, I'm also the national. Has appointed me to the National Security Commission at Washington D.C. to represent American Legion on issues concerning veterans nationwide.
One last thing,
Yes.
just to recognize the official work, second, council delegate, former council delegate, Jack, and then, Bill Harrison,
Yes.
and there's one that's not here, Bobby Robbins, and myself.
Okay.
When we had AA council, then they did cut it down, Joe Shirley cut it down. So we know some areas of what we're talking about.
And that's why I'm on the reservation, instead of off the reservation, representing the American Legion. Most work can be done with our veterans who are on the reservation. And I don't mean to take any more time, but with the veterans here, now the whole nation probably has, per capita, more veterans than anyone else in the state. Everyone here is either a veteran or has family members that are. Yeah, there's veterans, and they're not getting the service that they need and deserve because of their service. And most of the time, they're just like that. So we're out here to assist them in the family. That's why I do that. And I owe it all to, I used to work at El Paso Natural Gas, at the food station. There was a gentleman there by the name of Richard David, he's from Bird Springs. He's a Catholic legal agent. He's the one that asked me to join Post 112 American Legion. I had to think about it. I wasn't really serving the veterans. I was just kind of thinking, it's just me. I had some extra time, so he called me and asked me. And I studied it, looked at it. Probably most time for most good for most people. So I want to get as much bang for my buck with my time as possible. Something I like about Post 112 is that they don't have a bar. But they don't consume the alcohol, and everything is based around alcohol. It's very unique. Here, there's we're trying to get the smallest veteran organization. Is there any other questions?
Talking about veterans, And the nomination has veterans organization, and I came across other veterans that they have benefits. And one guy, a very non veteran, a good friend of mine, and he didn't even know about combat pay. And to go through an assessment so we can be declared so much this charity. He didn't even know that.
Yes, there are disability benefits, it is military related. Yeah, and that's the problem with special preservation here, is that I had my wife's uncle, Vietnam veteran, he's older than I, he's like 74 years old. It wasn't until he was 71 he started receiving his disability benefits. He was 110% disabled from Vietnam. He didn't get all that back pay, so he started receiving his benefits. That's exactly, just an example of that. And they kind of have to prove that it's military related. Sometimes it's hard. I've got a hearing deficit. I know it's from a flight line and small arm side, but nothing is documented in my military medical records. So I can't do it. I don't have it. So I try to prepare what's still in the military. And if you got oil on your foot, go in. You have ring here, go in, get it documented. Once it's documented, you're responsible. You're responsible. So that's why we're listening to people aware of the fact that we are engaged in this. The fact that has a lot to do with that. Because the body is something that we open all these cases. There's a really awesome chance to do that case. Which is.
You know whatever happened with that burn pit that Congress was talking about?
No, you know, see them? See them when I was in Iraq? Or this?
Yeah.
Not, you know, I wasn't going to be alone. I was on the cusp. I missed the draft by 2 numbers.
I never seen something about medical benefits of burn pits. Veteran?
Yes.
I lost track of that.
But there is, but there is. Again, if they can prove the condition from the burn pits, then yes, they can receive the benefits. So it's in the medical records, in the military, if you allow these burn pits, and it came for lung disorder or just like I had a tough time breathing, boom, it's in the record, and it doesn't have to be burn pit related, but it goes back to burn pit. So yes. I'm sorry to apologize for taking so much time. Is there anything else that you have on this side? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, I can have, Mr. First Street Stretcher, First Stretcher, now I got it. Okay, thank you for your, candidacy announcement. And then also, you're right in what you're saying is, number one thing with leadership is representation, advocacy, helping communities, to accomplish, what the needs are. So far, in the last, see, this is my third term too. In the last, 11 years, our Coconino County Supervisor only comes around when voting time comes. That's the only time she comes around. We advocate, we ask, we have a lot of events. The only part of the county supervisors, our own doesn't contribute a lot or doesn't come out here, but our Navajo County residents, the Navajo County is just like below this hill right here that kind of comes up the hill. that's where Navajo County is. But the county supervisors for Navajo County helps us out a lot over here. They helped us with purchasing, giving us chairs, giving us tables. When we had a annual event here called Intergenerational Conference, they contribute to it, they donate stuff to it. So the the county supervisor in Navajo County helps us more than our own here. So, representation, we would like to see that. So, thank you. We have 26 that are signed in. So I call this meeting to order at 11:36. And I would like to call on Shema Lina to do the prayer for us.
I thought I can't actually ask you back. Otherwise, okay. On it, what the beginning is over. Or another big question. So the other age, down on the guys. You cannot speak of it. The one about that experience out there, stayed in the house, about the table, seven issue, some. Giate Zanache on Janada Scott, J. Donada Scott, on without for a the $100,000 the Yada baby, she got to treat on this, God, yeah, Nana's armor. I should have tell you they need how them to run up alongside with the other. They don't pick up hot on their fault. They did not say. So in the car, they scale corner. The father has card, the portion down, so you have the should have been in home, but they got come from the north. So, yeah, you need it, you have to put it together, but I'm using the phone. You get Christ, Lord, amen.
Okay, Shema Pun something to me. Alright, for the agenda, the updated agendas. I did on the last sheet, did you look it over? I call that for motion. Okay,
I motioned it to where under presentation, I don't see it here, or is it here, overseeing it?
I didn't put it on there, but we can add to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
For the meeting minutes, we can add.
For the meeting.
Okay. Okay. Motion is to add Rika as part of the presentation. Okay, do I have a second? Okay, Ronaldo Woolley. Okay, questions, comments, concerns? We'll go ahead and put it to the vote. All those in favor, raise your hands.
21. 22. 23.
Okay, opposed? Abstain, I'm just gonna, do the voters. Abstain would be five, or four, chair not voting. Motioner of the agenda and second, I forgot, did you want it to be added to presentation, or was that something else? You, me? Oh,
Let's just say she's voting.
Oh, did you hear about the Facebook?
oh, no.
Oh,
You wanted to,
Oh, she
yeah, I
said
got a message saying that you wanted to.
oh, it's almost, I just wanted to, ask the officials to see if they can make it like a resolution to the school district or at least have a bus route on Route 16, because there's kids from the school from there now is giving a ride to one of the child. Which of us, because they had visible.
Oh, okay, so it'll be, have to, okay, all right, Vito.
So another resolution?
Yeah, on the agenda, I think we're gonna go ahead and add another resolution, concerning Page Unified School District. South of 98, in 16 route, to request, right? That we're gonna request them for Page Unified School District to provide, school bus down that
South.
Route 16, South Route 16, to pick up students. Due to hardship, sometimes it gets, roads condition, vehicle, some are not, they don't have vehicles available.
And it's paid,
It's, yeah, it's kind of fixed up, so.
Requesting.
We're trying to get it to where it is paved all the way to the tunnel.
Why don't you say obligate the school district to provide bus service? Because they are obligated to do that bus service. They just sell at the junction, everybody
It's off
needs them.
Yeah.
I mean, all these people are using up their gas and they're probably working or whatever, they're not available, they have their kids, so somebody else picks them up, or
Yeah.
leave the kids stranded.
So we'll word it in that way where we're in dire need of them to go down that route.
Hardship for families.
Yeah, hardship for
I mean,
families.
it's much easier for the school. I mean, I went to school, the Torian, but there are buses out there.
So that'll be number 13, TVK
223.
223
227.
227-013. Motioner and second. Ts'ah Bii, Samantha? Yes. Okay. Renaldo?
doing that, why not introduce a resolution?
Okay, that's good. So we have number 13 on there.
Item 98, milepost 318 to 319, lower the speed limit and make it a solid line, don't get rid of the passing lane.
Okay, so that'll be to ADOT.
A lot of people are dying there.
Milepost,
318, 319.这边照着说哦。
do you know where 318 and 319 is? Milepost 318 right 319. They, 这边做的啥？那个，他可以要拿下。Okay, or you accidents, not late. Of course, as you drive that road, okay, there's a passing zone on the one going towards the page, right?
300 yards, passing zone, that don't even be there.
Yeah, so ADD, double line, solid line, going jungle.
Let's see, the next of the alcohol, between 5 and 10 miles.
Okay. No, there's no turnoffs, nothing right there, it's just, a curve. Okay, but then, they king, the curve, they go not team, other straight away, because the road's just straight.
3 miles straight away.
Yeah. Solid line, okay,
No passing zone.
no passing. Yeah, that's, number 14. While we're on this, we might as well. Okay, and then I was just given another one, number 15. I'd rather get all this done so we don't have to wait another month for 2023-227. Can you hear me? Oh, 227-015. That one again says approving and supporting the budget transfer of $417 from 01-6722 financial assistant funeral to fund 016306 computer software 417 to cover the shortfalls to date that were not anticipated. So that completes the agenda additions. Those three.
Did they approve?
Yeah. Lena, Do, Shamali, and Do, Renalda. And we all. Okay, so 3 resolutions were added. Number 13, 14, and 15. Both Lena, the motioner, Lena Manhammer, the motioner, Renalda Willie, who second, approved. Okay, approval of the last meeting minutes, July 10, 2023. We usually give you a meeting packet, but we didn't do that today. Minutes,
I can display it right here.
yeah. Before we do a motion on it, Steve's gonna go ahead and, read it through, review it with you. Huh? Already? Yes, it's 23 approved, yeah, 23 approved, I didn't even announce it either, thank you for reminding me. 23 approval for the approval of agenda, 23 approval, 0 abstain, 0 opposed, 4 abstain, chair now, vote you.
All right, number 4, this is the approval of the last meeting minutes for July 10th. Actually, I'm sorry, that's not the right one. Yeah, July 17th, 2023, telecommunication is provided. This is the meeting minutes for, meeting was called to order at 11:13 a.m. And then also the announcement was made that the Department of Justice issued a letter stating that all online meeting attendees are not to be counted in the quorum and votes. Legislation needs to be passed. The legislation that was passed during for the virtual meetings was due to the pandemic, being that it's lifted. You know, the meeting requirements are now back to what they were originally prior to pandemic. Invocation was done by Jamie Notestein. Approval of the agenda, Jamie Notestein's motion, Colbert Sherman, second. Votes 27 approved, 0 abstain, 0 opposed, and 1 abstention. And then regular meeting minutes for June 12, 2023, motion by Priscilla Sosi and second by Jamie Notestein. And then with the approval of 25, 0 opposed, and 1 abstain. I'll just go over the highlights here. Council Delegate Herman Daniels provided a written report. Legislative District Assistant provided a written report and an oral report. Grazing Representative provided a report basically stating that the tally counts are being conducted and that there's one individual who is overgrazing, that there's feral horses and cattle roaming around the canyon and we need to get them out of there, and that the need for them to be branded and taken out of here needs to happen. Penicillin has to be bought by the livestock at the veterinarian office, and that he wouldn't be able to assist with vaccinations, and also the livestock owners need to provide the penicillin. Moving on down to Earl's, they provided a verbal report basically stating that the opera legislation has been moving through council and that we need to go over the budget report and also to provide ideas and that he was on vacation for the last 2 weeks that he needed to use to recenter himself. And then moving on to NTUA presentation, which they provided a presentation on the affordable broadband to the community members. And then Kansas Unified School District provided, IEC member Glenda Fuller provided an oral report stating that the IEC members are requesting for communities to be added on the IAC to be an IAC member, and that the parent representation needs to be adhered to. And then Coconino County 5, District 5, Tuba City Office was not here and did not provide a report. Moving on to the resolutions, which was TBK 198-001, which is accepting and approving the June 2021 budget report. Total balance of $233,523.31. Motion by Ronaldo Willie, second by Priscilla Sosi. Vote approve. Vote approve is 22, opposed is 0, and abstained is 11. Chair not voting. Number 2 is accepting and approving the monthly cash receipt deposits for June 2023 in the amount of $687.74. Motion was approved by motion was by Jamie Odersteen, second by Mary Alice McClure. Vote is 21 approved, 0 opposed, and 12 abstained. Number 3 is approving and supporting the budget transfer of $328.80 from 01-6401 space rental to fund 01-6615 bank service charges, and to fund 01-6300 office supplies to cover the shortfalls due to date that were not anticipated. Motion by Priscilla Sosi, second by Colbert Sherman. Vote is 20 approved, 0 opposed, and 13 abstained. Number four is approving and supporting the housing discretionary assistance to eligible applicants in the amount of $450. Motion to approve by Colbert Sherman, second by Virginia Crank. Priscilla was asking how many people applied for this, and that there was one person, and that the services were just to provide assistance to get renovations and septic tank cleaning services and home improvements. That was for the housing discretionary funds. Vote was 22 approved, 0 opposed, and 12 abstained. Number 5 is accepting and approving the septic cleaning services. Motion to approve by Terry Hurley and second by Priscilla Sosi. Vote is 27 in favor, 2 opposed, and 8 abstained. Chair not voting. Number 7 is approving and supporting the budget transfer of $1963.51 from 236414 waste disposal collection and fund 23-6410 telephone expense, and to fund 23-6314 natural gas and propane to cover the shortfalls to date that were not anticipated. Motion by Ronald Gray Mountain, second by Terry Hurley. 25 in favor, 0 opposed, and 11 abstained. Chair not voting. Number 8, approving and supporting the step salary increase for the Ts'ah Bii Kin chapter manager. The motion by Nancy Sinajini, second by Priscilla Sosi. Vote is 36 in favor, 0 opposed, 0 abstained, with chair not voting. And then number 9 is the approval and supporting the Glen Fuller as the new Navajo Nation Johnson O'Malley Kayenta Unified School District Indian Education Committee at-large member representing Toronto and Ts'ah Bii Kin chapters. Motion approved by Jamie Nodestein, second by Colbert Sherman. Votes 33 approved, 0 opposed, and 4 abstentions, with chair not voting. Number 10 is approving and supporting the budget transfer of $1,267.91 from 10-6608 training and tuition to 10-6202 travel and expense to cover the shortfalls due date that were not anticipated. Motion by Ronell Wiley, second by Colbert Sherman. 30 approved, 0 abstained, 30 approved, 0 opposed, and 6 abstained. Then reports were provided by the chapter officials. And then the upcoming schedules. Again, if you guys want to read this in depth, you guys have the ability to go into the chapter office and request a copy of the meeting minutes.
Thank you. I need a motion. Okay, Loretta. Second? We need good then. Okay, questions, comments, concerns? Okay, if there is none, all those in favor, raise your hands.
Nineteen.
Opposed? Abstained?
10, 11. Plus one.
Okay, approval of the last meeting minutes, July 10th, 17, July 17, 2023 passes with 22 approval, 0 opposed, 6 abstained, chair not voting. Okay, we come down to presentation. We have added Rika, but we already had that presentation while we were waiting for quorum. And then we also heard from the Coconino County Supervisor candidate. I thought it's not Smith. Ako, is our Councilman Herman Daniels online? Because they have a lot of meetings that he goes to now.
And now it's in person.
And they have to go in person now. So that's the other reason. So Kadesh Kanto, he goes there. But he provided a report for
I
us,
forgot to print that
which we can
out.
print out and give to you.
If you want me to read, I can read it too.
And just can read it. Read it?
People are just gonna start reading, so let's just get it on with that.
Okay, so just read it? Okay.
That's my job. You need from everyone.
Just read it?
Just print it and leave it out.
Okay.
It's not important for us to short.
Well, here's his report.
Yeah.
That's his report right there.
I'll print it out and I'll send you guys.
One of the main things that, that did happen is that our legislation for our ARPA, projects for this chapter has been passed. Now we're just awaiting, to have the signing,
Boo Nightmare. Boo.
the President Boo Nygren to sign it, so we were supposed to go over there and have a whole, shindig for that, so, so that it can be, done. Our council delegate, one of the main things that's gonna start happening is since the pandemic has been lifted, the emergency, for that has been lifted, now we have to be in person. All chapter officials have to be in person at which we've always done, so that's nothing different here. Only difference with our chapter meeting is that we have to have 25 or more here, present here with us at the chapter. We can't, count anymore the people that are online. In order to change that, they told us that we have to have, do a resolution to amend Title 26 to include that now. So they're working on that. They, does Ms. Solomon, Sasha Jato, auto templates, those are pages, yeah, so, we can probably have a resolution probably next month to ask, to request an amendment to Title 26, because we're getting into the internet age or the, computer age. So, those are, I remember, were, on the report. So, report. Non-legislative delegate assistant, Elsie, Shugga Elsie, are you online still? Do you want to do your report or just have it printed out and give it to the people?
Elsie, are you online? Well, I printed out that report too, so she has it.
Okay, well, we printed out her,
Report.
yeah, her report, just give them out. Okay, and we'll go ahead on, grazing representative, Jerry. That's not all cost. Report for you.
1 minute?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. 1 minute.
Alrighty, 1 minute, sit it down. Yeah, okay, yeah, thank you. Already, it's all done, and I haven't get on tally yet. I'm looking on my tally. 第一个呀，但是他的这个是可以有些像这个没，我跟你说的那还有那个呢，这三万三的那个，说明啥呢？他可以深入一步，专业是啥？能是咋的？那是。But anyway, so we'll be turning everything in. Next month, it's so funny, I don't know, so that's what I'll be doing. So, Terry, how to share it, I can't make a cigar, that now, no, we leave it at that because we just do the tally, go straight up. So, after the tally, you can't go make a transition, you agree in the receipt. Di facciamo che spazio lo sanno da ne riusciamo ma sono abbiamo no con le no e da stand around and we're a little help here and there but we got it done. Cattle gave some summer, so much cattle, cattle's already, tax money is, I don't know what that is, very benefits. Yeah. So that's hopefully the do this week, tell the county, that the money on we go through and do it. We have put that stuff in. Oh, yeah, but you know, other young room, our your, we certainly ground, we have not ready to do so. But my people, she not a lot of stuff. The, on that, that's where our life, your lifestyle, we are the night and day. We need the hay and the feed and everything. We're not able, so we will take some. Yeah, I'm gonna get calm, but I'll see there in that. There are things, what between the rules and regulations, but there will be some changes that they will do. They number up there with the other district agency meeting in the 21st of this month. The they told this to the city, either to the city or telephone made up to that meeting. Today is Tuesday, tomorrow the permittees meeting. So we are to read application permittees meeting. So we don't find that. Going through regulations, review regulations, the policy, but we work for about issues. So we'll be doing that tomorrow, 10 o'clock. So if you have a decision, remember, we have application that you copy. Should be able to not. You might eat some of the leftovers today from the table. So anyway, I hope that. So yeah, thank you for your cooperation. I think we are about the very done. Although that's the whole I don't know what they're going to do. They for the big guys again. We went wild with section and hold on man. Get around to them. So I was just going to tell them that you can get rid of them, buy new ones. If you do that, deal with them all the time. Other people not to them. So anyway, I see the note that we need on the control, so they had to do it again. So I remember it's 4 times a year. You do your vaccination. Number one, you get a see, you have black leg, you see. You have because black leg can kill your cows, your sheep. Because now, I thought earlier that do your vaccination 4 times a year. The black leg, you see, the vaccinate us, so we grow up and connect on the other than that, they are so so continue to keep track of everything, your lifestyle, whatever goes on. There's a lot of wild dogs that are running around. It's up to your permit holders. If you're there protecting your livestock, you have every right to shoot it. Pit bull and Rottweiler, they're the hardest ones to put down. Okay, now this one will go about stuff. It should not be, not stuff. But I had the Rottweilers. They just got small, I shot him down 8 times about something. Finally put him out of prison. They got you, not even, they got you out of the on that jail. Nobody get rid of him without that. So, getting out, the consulate, make sure that you get rid of them. Especially when they're in the corral. You would not have to come in the corral to do all this. With the bag Ts'ah Bii, finish, so, let's start. What kind of word to start? I'm just kidding, they're out there running around. You got every right to shoot them, don't you? Just see that. They got shot, just tell me. So, I say I can't do it with my own dogs. So, ellos desplazamiento se hace. Yes?
Is that only for animals or can it be like around children? Because if you have.
Yeah, children.
Around children?
Yeah.
Okay.
You go after the children, you bark at them, and because we know that dogs attack a lot of humans, children, especially little kids coming back from school. If they're in a pack, they're gonna attack the little kids.
So when we shoot them, do we have to report it to you and the police or?
Just drag it everywhere and burn
Okay.
it. Make sure you get rid of the carcass. Okay. That's possible. They're out there, you took your yard, the goats and dogs, and I leave that, and some, catch up. But at least, like I said, that right wall, bulldogs, and, well, they're not getting pit bulls, so. Pit bulls, they once they get hold of the neck, it's out there, ziggy. Their jaws are hard to open. You don't have to cut them. I always need to cut them in the beach. So we would so I think about dogs. I know that have German shepherds. They don't got who so some are mean. I don't know. But you know when they go in the pack, they start attacking anything. I think
That China, what I should. Because we lost some land.
yeah.
We told the neighbors that, well, we lost some land, cut up only get up on the interior doctors. They didn't get on.
So, okay, now they would, just write a letter and then, give it to them and sign it. And say, I'll tell them to take care of their livestock. If you can get a hold of the ranger, they'll come and do it. But the rangers are, you're trying to that things like, okay, yes, you always say I'm off duty. So I call dispatch and they wonder how. Although some people are just, a little bit, they're out there, they're coming to the corral, so they try that way, and that one, then so keep telling them, if you have a home site lease, fence in your home site lease. Fence it in. All outside of the home site lease is all open grazing. So, now they get mad and then you get cussed out. We have to work with them. We have to send them and tell them, hey, we shan't put that option on. Yes.
So, about that, fencing in that 1 acre on the one side, before, mine area got, plopped, staked out there. I had, horse corrals and all that, outside. So I'm thinking of keeping those, what's out there.
Okay.
And then, that came, then the inside east, the guys in the marked out, So, and I've been wanting to ask if it's okay, leave the fences, the rails, all that. Because if I move in,
Okay? All right, if you have a home site that shows a 1 acre lot, 208 feet by 208 feet in the soil. So, the home site is living area, but then if you want a corral right next to it, you ask for more. Additional. Yeah, I look I think, according to the paper, home site is $1,000 plus the interest. So, read about your home site is another, so
You can get additional acreage,
Yeah.
you have to pay for it.
yeah.
So in other
So
words.
that additional you can apply for.
So, if I want additional area, which is already there, you mean, I gotta pay for it?
Yeah.
Well, that's not right, you know?
Yeah, it's all free. Additional, yeah, quick initial, the real problem in your home site is 2016 home site is it's all in there. The fees and everything.
Because I have a cornfield, I got that platform,
So
it's already there.
that cornfield, that's like a papers.
Land use permit.
And land use permit, take that to Cuba City. Binabanal can come out and survey that plot and get a cornfield, so that's the permit unknown on this. So,
I don't think that's it, or farm,
mhm.
they're all up there.
So it's gonna be all kind of additional one that you go up. So you gotta learn to do so, get what truly we gave from the city. We got, Medina, this western. So really, came up here, what's, 3 days before your inspection, make sure you do that, we call it, so we can have plenty of time to inspect it, so, what you get, in cow house. General classification, so, but you still got your report to him over there. Ranger, livestock inspector, come in now, watch. Your Cortez, it's not like that, Sun Valley, Prescott, Cedars. You have to be inspected. None, the only one that can buy fresh brand is Prescott. You got it. Red Lake, not in the one cost breeds. Red Lake, not Red Lake, that would be a camera. Other nice, you can take your fresh brand, that's what that's for people,
Red Lake's this week.
you get there, I can give you, call on it, give him my phone number, he call me, I'll say, I'll you can go ahead and settle it. So it's that. Other than that, you don't take fresh brand. Red Lake, they turned 990 down, yard, Red Lake, local. We are about I think it was on Tuesday, that say, you can take it to Prescott, Prescott Valley.
There's fishing, it's then, a lot of clients, washing machine, those stove, level, it's on the, and what up, and then fishing, washing, I mean, we got, washing machines, don't know, Christian, I don't think it's up here, I'm good, guys. Story, shot that or so late for a long time. You can see it from the road. Christian, with us, it's very exciting. We kind of know who did it.
Navajo EPA.
The community. Think all the data she's in it, the data, I mean, we don't want those trash laying around out there. They know where they go, they to the city, we are going to enter, they should dump the trash out there instead of putting it out in somebody else's area.
You know that, but we don't know who's doing it. If you know who's doing it, get their license plate. Then we will know the other people that don't have. Navajo EPA, I think there's in Kienta. Window, there's the office.
One thing, I want to say something. Last week, Wednesday, I'm gone trash week. I'm saying, as the guys get down, I get up on the seat schedule with the dump the trash over there. That new chapter manager, you have to have a voter registration card in order to do that. So they asked us for a voter registration card, and we said, well, it was, to fill out the house, and stuff around. And that's what we're going to vote. And he told us that he don't know us. We never kind of checked him. What do you mean? But that shit about you, people can go up there and just take over there and dump it out and some ashes and everything. But not my mind, what about shit? I told you not to dump your trash off, leaving your truck. And big trash is at the common company that we might other come to do, you know, so. Even in, this number, some other chapter manager, not just legal, but I'm going to get this. Coming behind it, so they got, and my father-in-law, it's a national father-in-law in Virginia. I found it so here, only days that I'm sure they have a voter registration card. So that's only for the escorts, you know. So they got it, they go also airport, that's why they go to the airport. They got what I don't know, so only get that up, so they all about
Okay, AG grade degree or grade like I said, chapter issue is so AA again grade degree is so currently on your these are young development and all that. So if you take it in a water heater, it's only chemical. They not going to accept that maybe. 配置也好，音乐这个视力也好用，你要they want to take it to the plumber, they don't make sure that they inspect that and make sure it's okay. And on the refrigerator, ice box, make sure that they okay, and they're the one that will bring it in. So really,
Talking about the washing machine, we're the ones that picked up that washing machine. I was sitting down here on the road. A couple of days after they dropped it off, I wanted to bring it up here to the chapter house. And I asked them about it, they said, no, we don't accept that kind of appliances.
Mm.
And, like he was saying about the EPA from Window Rock, we called them. We know a guy out there. And he said, if we want that kind of thing done, you have to bring it to the attention of the chapter meeting. You have to put it on the agenda. That's the only way you gotta get support of the community members. And he said, if you want me to be there, I can show up there. He's from here. He's from the Inscription House. You know, he comes home every other weekend, but he lives out there and he works in Window Rock. He told us if we want to handle that situation, we gotta put it on the agenda. Gotta get the support of all the community members. Because down here, we have that problem, people dumping out their TVs, couches, like she was saying, the washing machines, the stoves, they dump them in the washes and it ends up way down there where we live at. Yeah, so, I just wanted to bring that up.
One time, not hold on, maybe,
Yeah, sure.
everyone, but doing it, because we're announcing it here, you can notice it. But like I said, if you know who did it, make sure you get their name and their license plate, if you can. Like you go for that, so that's when they do it. You might put a control out there.
Big quantities, right? Chicas, there's still, the thing I want to bring up is, we was thinking of, running the model numbers, the serial numbers, and it should pop up, if you're registered, it'll show who. But
Yeah.
if I get the name, you know, I'll bring it to you guys. I'll go another time. There was somebody's trash right here, which one, they go, for some reason, I ran into that EPA guy. I don't know if it's there's, like a few days ago, somebody dumped trash, household trash, mail and everything. Well, show me where it is, you know. I have these cards, but I don't think he's in office anymore. This was years ago. Anyways, he went through the trash, he picked up mail. Name, everything. So, Jay Sean, I'm here, you know. Sean. Don't do that, you know. I have dollars, they're tied up, but the thing is, I'm not letting them go. It's good. Have them run around. They bring the trash. They bring the big trash carpets down there. Right there in my backyard. I don't want to close it up. That time, out of respect for that race, you know. I don't want to close the road up. But they use that and dump trash right there, that road. And then they got carpets that sheep, goat, dogs, you know. So, hey, I just wanted to bring it up. And then you guys are against, you know, how you guys are saying, don't close off the road, you know? It's these things that will get people to do that, you know, that will close off the turns. Like right here, everybody uses it, you know, out of respect for who uses it, and the relatives, you know. That's why I leave it alone. But I rather bring it up and say that. Although Shijigo, they end up selling it. What I take right there, what I make is for my own use, for my warmth. I don't have running water. I cook with it.
Oh, and then I'm not working, so I eat. That's the thing. And then they get hurt when I approach them and say, I know you sell wood, so I respect, you know. You want me to hang out in your backyard with a personal or to sell a permit and do this. So I appreciate you, you know, put that in consideration and go somewhere else, you know. You guys say we have so many feet that we're, you know, but that's not right. We go outside and out there to get wood. This is me and my wife. It's not fair that they do that, you know. They make all that wood, sell it. I don't sell wood, I use it. Hey, I want
All
to
right,
bring it up.
thank you. Wood hauling permit, they have law, you can haul wood half a mile away from your house. That's their policy and law. Wood, if they have wood hauling permit, I know that, most of them are not from here, they always from Capital or Red Lake. So it is about 100%. Another thing, the same thing with dumping trash at the Canada. Get their license plate, make sure that they have the wood hauling permit. If they can show you their wood hauling permit, write it down for your proof, yeah. So, it's from me, please. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. With Navajo EPA, do you know who the new guy is?
No.
Do you know?
I need to get with him, wherever he goes, so.
Because the last one I knew was, Sherman, the last name from Navajo Mountain. That was in this area.
It was a different guy, I think it was that one before him, so.
Because, he always told us that you just have to report it to them. We don't have to have a resolution from here. We just report it to their office, they come out. They check it from, satellite images first, where it is, and then they'll come out and look at the area. And if they do find mail, they get in contact with that person. So it had, if they say that it has to go to the chapter house and resolution, that's not right. That's not their policy. That's not their policy. So that's the reason why I was saying, who's this person that's saying that? Because the guy with, Sherman, but he's from, Navajo Mountain. AD Gay, he always told us just to report it. If you can take pictures of it, take pictures of all the trash that's there, if there's any mail, any prescriptions and stuff like that, take pictures of it and then send it to me then with a report, and that's it, that's all they need, for them to come out and take a look at the illegal trash dumps. The chapter administration, the chapter manager, acting chapter manager, and Renee and Allison in this area, because he's always the one that goes out and does assessments. The office clerk, be patient with him because he doesn't know everybody. He doesn't know, all he's doing is his job, asking for voter registration. If you don't have it, acting chapter manager will know who the voters are because he's the one that always works with everybody. So just be patient with the office assistant, because he lives in the area, but, like some of the, Kaigi to us with Nayas and hey, not Hagido Yasunda. So unless they get out there and then do assessments, go to assessments and done, beyond that, no to relate to the community with conduct, no. A bit experience for it, and they have a hey, fundamental, hey, and that, lot of so, so just be patient with the administration,
Jag kunde inte jag vet jag och på det viset. Nej, inte bara så och då med då fast. Jag alltså det kanske att få jag har något en dag så men det är sannolikt att det går till även innan att det är det man kan få Johnson Asha, but that's a long here, son, or trust that they don't get. They have Asha, oh, just my trust back, isn't it? Need to get a check out. A from the way, don't matter, no, actually. But I can show me that. No, voglio scherzare. Non so se allora, devo essere la rosta, askina etchen, non da staya patsin non da che adam giorno detto. I can do anything I want to up in this, I'm just a spiel. And what Jesus, mana, olha só, mas a jogo nada funciona, isso é só, a jogo só, Sashi, eu não estou lá, eu já tinha chato, não, that's the first time I know.
There needs to be a letter on all that personnel issues. It has to go through the chapter and you. So that's, and they need to understand that. Oh, they did? Well, then it's being addressed.
And in the policy and procedure, and legal, hey, there'll be trash service, it's a free service. As long as you're a voter. The voter, we don't know who the voters are. I have to ask, are you a voter? Because I don't know everybody as a voter, because not everybody that comes to the chapter house to be a part of the meeting, so such a thing, we know you guys are voters, we know that they're voters because they come out to vote out here during the election. But if there's new voters in the area, part of the policy is that, yes, you have to be a voter to get services. So, if you don't have the paper, the chapter manager can look it up because he has the ability to do that, just to make sure that you're a voter. Services, any services that are provided for the community. A voter registration, to make sure that that person is a voter. They dump trash out there. The same thing here. Now come out and then they come here wanting to dump their trash on our bins. But this free service is only for the people that live here in this community. So, and that's why too, they say, are you a voter of this chapter? Although that's when they say, go take it to Tuba City or go take it to Page. 100%. So just be mindful of that too. Stand 15 days, Michelle. That's how things can be done. So,
I just want to go ahead and address, this is the reason why we need land. Everybody here they're all knowledgeable about land. If we have an area designated for trash service, recycling area, then we can bring those in here so that those issues that are going around here with trash bins, unauthorized areas where people dump trash. Now we have a designated location. So if we have the ability to have people to give up some of their areas and the grazing areas to provide some of these community services, then we won't have these issues. So that's why I would urge the community that they need to think about these things.
Okay, we're coming to the part for resolutions.
Arizona Public Preparatory Academy.
Oh, Arizona Preparatory Academy, it's Andrea Park. Going once. Twice. I thought he's going that. He's going that.
His loss.
He's gonna be a candidate for county supervisor. That's one of the things he said is, I'm gonna represent him.
What party is it?
Yes, be like the Weeds Yellow Men, come out almost maybe like every other month, but not their voting,
What party is it?
or not at all.
He's right there.
What party are you?
Good question. I am a Democrat.
Okay, Democrat.
Okay.
Okay, so we went through the presentation. There's no old business, so we're gonna move on to new business. Number 1.
New business, TBK 2023-227-001, accepting and approving the July 2023 budget report. As everybody here is in the audience, they all have a copy of the budget. General fund activity fund is currently reconciled for July of $7,709.69. Personnel and travel, which is $47,432.46. Number 3 is trust land claim funds of $1,856.94. Summer youth employment is $2,583.54. Housing discretionary funds is $17,807.57. Local government grant is $4,078.79. Chapter official stipends, $8,833.52. Scholarship general fund is $350. Scholarship claim funds is $5,193. PEP, which is $46,157.45. Veteran funds is $3,988.78. Emergency funds is $23,331.37. Nominal sales tax is $13,932.21. Scroll here real quick for the people online. Capital improvement outlay supplemental, which is $0. 34 agricultural infrastructure fund is $13,478.47. Unhealthy food tax is $102.90. Total balance of $196,836.69. That was as reconciled of this month, last month.
Okay, thank you for according to now, vessels and everything. According to hand of course, Jamie, Noticing and Billy, Goodman Jr. Okay, questions, comments, concerns?
What's the difference between the student financial aid, what's the difference?
They serve the same purpose, but they're in different funding. So it's,
One is general funds, and I think the other
one
one
is
is,
from,
the general, and then the
the
other.
general fund, and then the other one, you see, Ts'ah Bii, the first one is from the general fund, it's funded through the general fund. The second one, is funded through the claims fund, the land claims fund. So it's just, where they're coming from, Anything else? If not, call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hands.
Twenty. 21, 22, 23. Yeah, 24. 24. Oh, cool. 24.
Opposed? Abstain. Okay, TDK 2023-227-001 passes with 24 approval, 0 opposed, 12 abstain, chair not voting. Number 2.
TBK 2023-227-002, accepting and approving the monthly cash receipt deposits for July 2023 in the amount of $1,178.04.
Okay, do I have a motion? Jamie? Second? Mary? McCord. Okay, questions, comments, and concerns? Okay, now, hey, y'all call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hands.
Seven.
Opposed? Abstain. TBK 2023-227-002 passes with 27 approval, 0 opposed, 9 abstain, chair not voting. Number 3.
TPK 2023-227-003, approving and supporting the signature change, addendum, and deletion of persons authorized access to commercial electronic office to give new rights to new person filling position for the Ts'ah Bii chapters checking account number 4645868817.
Motion? Jamie?
I motion, we are at festival, number three,
Number 9. 9.
9? So
13,
9,
14, and 15. No, 13, 14.
13, and 14.
So that's gonna
Okay,
be
motion
3
is made to, what's the word?
combined.
To combine resolutions, number 3, number 9, number 14, 13, and number 14. Those who have the agenda, 13, 14, and 15 are not on there because we added that during the approval of the agenda.
15 native.
So we're gonna have it all read.
What about number 4? 3 and 4.
Number 15 can't.
Four
So
has to be done
3,
by itself.
3,
Same, not
9,
Number 4?
13, and 14.
Has to be done separately.
Separately.
Number 3 is just a deletion from, a certain function that the chapter manager has with the bank. Number 4A, yeah, it has to do with signature, being on the signature card.
All right. Number 3, I already read. Number 9, TBK 2023-227-009, approving and supporting the Ts'ah Bii chapter final version of the corrective action plan, CAP, for the audit report FY 2022, number 22-12, number 13, I have request and supporting the need for the Page Unified School District to provide another bus route to include South Navajo Route 16 due to hardships provided by the the community. And then number 14 is TBK 2023-227-1014, requesting and urging the Arizona Department of Transportation to designate State Route 98 at mileposts 318 and 319 to lower the speed limit and implement a solid line and no passing zone due to safety concerns.
Okay, so those ones are combined. I need a second. Okay, Loretta. 50 seconds. Questions, comments, concerns? Okay, there is no comments, questions, or concerns. All those in favor, raise your hands.
24, 25. Those two. Tyrell? 26, 27, 27.
Opposed? Abstain? Okay, TVK 2023-227-003, TVK 2023-227-009, TVK 2023-227-013, TVK 2023-227-014, all there. Passes with 27 approval, 0 opposed, 9 abstained, chair not voting. Number 4.
GPK 2023-227-004, approving and supporting signature change addendum and deletion of person authorized to sign Ts'ah Bii chapters, checks, and set up the commercial electronic office to view only access to all chapter accounts via CEO for checking account number 4645868817.
Okay, motion? Jamie? Second? Mary McClure. Questions, comments, concerns? Okay, call for vote, Jeanette. All those in favor, raise your hands. Okay, oppose? Abstain? Okay, TBK 2023-227-004 passes with 28 approval, 0 opposed, 8 abstain, chair not voting. Number 5.
Number 5, TPK 2023-227-005, approving and supporting the septic cleaning service assistance to the eligible applicants in the amount of $250 to their selected vendors.
Okay, do I have a motion? Ronaldo, Lily, and Lena Manning.
I would like to ask who the person is gonna be.
Ronald
Raise
Reynolds.
the money there.
Motioner, we need to change it probably to Lena. Okay. I'll put down Lena as the motioner, and I have to have a second other than Ronaldo.
Mom, did you do it?
Why?
No.
Just a roll call.
Why? That's fine. The applicant
Because the applicant,
is
we
removed.
can't do Ronaldo. Okay, Jamie, I'll just put it as Jamie, notice Jean as the second. And you're requested, still no, close. Shamanleda Naidesh Kiheva eligible applicant, it's for Ronald Greenell.
Ronald Allen. I'm wondering if there was any application from
I don't think I've seen an application from her yet. But the assistant applications, they have to turn in before the last Friday of the month in order to get on the agenda. So any assistant application, housing discretionary, funeral assistance,
Scholarships.
those scholarships. If you want assistance in those programs, your application has to be submitted before the last Friday of the month, so that it can be considered in the next meeting agenda the following month. So, So, any other questions, comments, concerns? At the now, call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hands. Raise them up high.
Abstain.
Yes, you can vote.
You can abstain. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26,
Yeah, you
27,
just can't be the motioner or the
27.
second.
27, 27, 27.
Okay, opposed? Abstain. Okay, TBK 2023-227-005 passes with 27 approval, 0 opposed, 9 abstain, chair not voting. Number 6.
Number 6, TBK 2023-227-006, approving and supporting the budget transfer of $153.57 to 236401 space rental from 23-6503 repair and maintenance vehicles, and from Fund 23-6410 telephone expense to Fund 236807 chapter renovations to cover the shortfalls to date that were not anticipated.
Okay, do I have a motion? Amen, was not Mary. McClure. Second? Loretta? Okay, questions, comments, concerns? Okay, call for vote. All those in favor, raise your hands.
8, 28. 28.
Opposed? Abstain? TBK 2023-227-006 passes with 28 approval, 0 opposed, 8 abstain, chair not voting. Number 7.
TBK 2023-227-007, approving and supporting the budget transfer of $400 from 016615 bank service charges to Fund 016321 gasoline and vehicles to cover the shortfalls to date that were not anticipated.
Okay, motion? Jamie? Second? Ronaldo? Okay, questions, comments, concerns? Okay, call for the vote. All those in favor, please raise your hands.
19, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24.
Opposed? One. Okay. Abstain? Okay, TDK 2023-227-007 passes with 24 approval, 1 opposed, 13 abstain, chair not voting. Number 8.
Approving and supporting the budget transfer of $39.75 from Fund 10-6608, training and tuition fees, to Fund 10-6108, workman's compensation expenses to cover the shortfalls to date that were not anticipated.
Okay, do I have a motion? Okay, Louis and Loretta. Louis motions. And Loretta TC second. Questions, comments, concerns? Okay, call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hands.
Twenty-seven.
Opposed? Abstain? TVK 2023-227-008. 27 approved, 0 opposed, 9 abstained, chair not voting. Okay, number 9, we already did. Number 10.
Number 10, TPK 223-227-010, approving and supporting the budget transfer of $400 from 03 to 6415 water expense to Fund 03-641312, electric expense to cover the shortfalls to date that were not anticipated.
Okay. Motion. Vernon Willie Jr. Jamie Noticeski. I love it when the little kids participate. Second. Mary McCord. Okay, questions, comments, concerns? Addendum A, call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hands. Raise them up high. Opposed? Abstain. Okay. TBK 2023-227-010 passes with 30 approval, 0 opposed, 8 abstain, chair not voting. Number 11,
Number 11, TPK 2023-227-0011, approving and supporting the budget transfer of $3,155.86 from Fund 016722 Finance Assistant Funerals to Fund 01-6352 Purchase of Foods to cover the shortfalls to date that were not anticipated.
motion, Renalda, Willie, and then Mary McClure. Questions, comments, concerns? If there's none, call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hands.
29.
Opposed? And abstain. Okay, TBK 2023-227-011 passes with 29 approval, 0 opposed, 9 abstain, chair not voting. Number 12.
Number 12, approving and supporting the budget transfer of $631.22 from Fund 016722 Financial Assistance Funerals to Fund 01680608 Training and Tuition Fees to cover the shortfalls to date that were not anticipated.
Okay, motion? Jamie noticed you. Second? Billy Goodman Jr. Questions, comments, concerns? Okay, then I call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hands.
29.
Opposed? Abstain? TBK 2023-227-012 passes with 29 approval, 0 opposed, 9 abstain, chair not voting. Number 15, because 13 and 14 we already did.
Number 15, approving and supporting the budget transfer of $417 from Fund 01-6722 Finance Assistance and Funerals to Fund 016306 Computer Software to cover the shortfalls to date that were not anticipated.
Okay, motion. Renalda? Willie? Second? Jamie, or I'll do Mary G. Okay, questions, comments, concerns? If none, call to vote. All those in favor, raise your hands.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24. 24.
Opposed? Abstain? Okay, TBK 2023-227-015 passes with 24 approval, 0 opposed, 14 abstain, chair not voting. Okay, that concludes the resolutions part of our meeting. I can't have correct, J, B, the non, auto,
Put that on the screen. Send it to you.
auto coded, the, fiscal year is ending September 30th, next month. A new year will start fiscal 24, fiscal year 24 on October 1st. So AD does have to, towards the end of the fiscal year, based on budget, transfer cuts to cover shortfalls. They have, under these funding, the line item not us, it's a whole shortfall, as on put in those so that at the end of the month in September, when they reconcile the whole year, we'll find out how much is a carryover budget, will become the carryover budget for October. So, what that, and I thank you for the event, because now, I saw Henson, in the quarter, resolution that, not just, you're, a late speaker to the comment, I know you're integral part of the community, of the chapter meetings. Oh, you're going to the house, being a happen get the chapter meeting day, Monday, Wednesday, it not start sleep, or it's a husband, or the nothing, maybe, say, or the Jane Francisco, Diego, community 的一个看的时候，名字里打我哈一去，然后的呢，别个看到我，来哈去，有一本自己都有红的，给一百万人的有些，我Francisco，就是在那是的呢，别个看的时候，快拿考。According chapter meetings, we try to feed you so because sometimes things are good to keep. Even in beyond the teaching, according to Facebook. And a big no other than the founder. What and say your voices Hala Sapane or Swabo, big Hatano, or Beha, or Plota, there that or Tahakis, or tree that, and even in others, Condition the narrow question should they would have on such cases. Aro Cadon, the Spanish and the called it Ciudad Earl Sombrero, it's on the they such a non miserable, they are the not so. I nice not Nakai mission, Nakat, Eagle, Cat, successful. Aro for not, for the never cut of jump. Fordi jeg ikke nær til å ha ni. Fordi jeg har best om natten, så de kræver og kan natten over. Da ni går, nesten natten. Sånn kan folk sette. Значит, он стал сентенте, он абревиатура, нахатки, он песо, хатиши наш нешхатнетле интернет пичер, хатиши наш нешотана, но давай таки, о, юга наш неш, и декон бина не чайги, а свой на peso aita pi nesa pi casto emergency FEMA through FEMA. He found the wording that said that we could get money to rebuild this, and that's what he did. So peso iti de ini kero a FEMA den kana nelo iti petia. Aro for the next fish product that you have does we la in our commission. Later, she might have a tangible ability later
Ford, you another one from Sarah Slim. Migrant priorities. That might be interesting. I don't know.
We didn't have to find money to complete that over there. As for better way, is so late to where they put the light to turn on the lights. They on take the speeds so much funding, and we found that out. It is completely. Aro kuya the stocks and research kuya the oha atansi kuya das kita be oha aro bata is just the aro cornered us assessment of the no she did a whole chapter but she just have aro battle Aro kare yaw and other things I now so the na ismet aro ede park projects many eda so nita ede phone aro the acting chapter manager then ede na so I so hash na ako kare kodobe chutami nishiki under the acting chapter manager, it is not a fair machine. I got to help us we're going to pick that up and keep going with it. Ako the network the ini the lunch so on such case of about the need she no I on to that case. Ako sa ita to know and the lunch so on such case. But she says she I sent Hanash, she says, Alam Nako was Hati, Arlo Nako, he for the nature, Nako, hey, legal, I'm the chapter vice president, said, then I'm put up as much, so we cut this off. Oh, how you go, something, yeah. For ICL, Hanash, she said, I can't see. I don't put the meaning, it's not related, but we are. I see unconscious state of the Haneti, Lahina, Hadishi, Puna, this auto did Nanishi, Sahot, age at the non-pinto, Ajah, the non-Jano, Daily, the thousand or in Jano, Daily, for a year or nothing, tempting, she has been. If you see him out there, congratulate him on his new job. He is Great Hills Academy Navajo language and culture teacher. Other Chinese. I got him about him, so other Chinese. He's his third week. Is it third week? Yeah. So third week he start meeting now. I think the classroom has leaned on of course, commissioning in other. And I think it's a job that's well suited for him because that's what he did here too with the youth. And they can put out or he put us on what you got us on there's no it's not now a huge corner. Of course, the head of symbol you see the talent, thank you for his hard work here. For share with us and other this minute CP projects, CP with the chapter manager, acting chapter manager, will continue to work. Shema?
Yeah, number 6, upcoming schedule, energy meeting. Number 6, the hospital. Road project meeting, that's on the order, so. And it's done on his report.
They not object attain the road project that's from Malcolm Mountain to Objecto. She young day young that people like keep Friday go. They Monument Valley Welcome Center. Do you know where that is? On the Monument Valley, Utah. Other side, then there's one side. Other she Yayada, people, there's the Snahido, Hanzago, Shishido, Pesos, Patos, Arohe, Airty, Esne, Hagunesh, Esne, Hanoshi, Ayanda, Higo. Hala Utah, there I dance a peso, Daviness, Australia. His logo, they large. Ako, peso, he is he deco logo. Ado hot up don the stanico, young dust in quiet now command just ako adi kishe na or not on no me no a Friday was showing 10 o'clock on the Conway and Monument Valley Welcome Center.
Okay, thank you.
Uncle Otto Chancey Sharpen, if you have anything to say. John.
Just wanted to go ahead and put out a report that we did have Vice President Montoya reach out to us talking about the earthen dams. She wants to do a survey, so we're working on getting those scheduled on getting those earthen dams repaired. Right now, the grazing official and the officials are working on getting those GPS locations so we can get an accurate count of how many earthen dams out here, so we could go ahead and try to get those mitigated and repaired, so that way we can prepare ourselves for the monsoon seasons, even though we're kind of already in it. Next thing is, again, we're waiting on the Niagara administration to provide us a date to when we'll go out there to sign the resolution or the legislations that was passed for the ARPA update, so that way we can go ahead and continue on with those projects. And then I want to encourage everyone to, attend the various meetings that we have in the community and be a part of the community. Again, the road project is coming up over in Monument Valley, so I would recommend that you guys maybe attend it and then listen to what's going to be happening out there. as this one here is gonna be a multi-year project. Again, let's see, other than that, I think, if there's any other concerns or anything else like that, you know, address us, the administration, the officials, so that way we could try to, get those issues resolved. I understand that there's a lot of issues with illegal dumping, so we'll go ahead and work hand in hand with the COUPC committee members, so that way they can go ahead and work hand in hand with the Nation government to get some of those, transfer stations or the, dump stations out here to try to minimize the illegal dumpings. So other than that, that's my report.
Yeah. That worked for doing your report. Although, concerning the trash, we do have language on, here, transfer station, for those things, we do have money set aside for it. According, well, we're gonna start working on the transfer station. We have already talked with, Paige, the trash collection and, recycle center. And we already talked with them, and they told us that if we choose to work with them, they'll come out and help us fill. They're gonna help us fill the transfer station here, and they'll be the ones that come out to bring out their trash bins and then collect them. And other sheet, and then it goes to Utah, towards Utah. So, the cost, it's, almost 2,000 per bin. It's like 18,000 per pull. And sometimes we have to pull it 3 times, have it pulled 3 times in 1 month, so that's a lot of money. So, Kojiki, we will probably have to start due to budgets, we will probably have to start thinking about using, although we would like to go with Navajo preferred businesses, sometimes economically, budget-wise, we can't. So, that's just like the propane outside. Cheap propane is the one that had installed the propane, tank, and then the line that comes into the kitchen for the propane. Last year, the next first 80. And a hundred on the stage, propane, a hundred on to the stove, and we started having problems with that. For the cheap propane, thinking that that's their tank and their line that connects to the building, we asked cheap propane to take a look at it and to fix it. Yeah, your innocently, the propane, they help us, but that page down, what was it called? Pinnacle, yeah. Hey, Earl called over there and said, sure, we'll take a look at it. I don't know. They came out here, they looked at it and solved the problem. If you choose to go with us, propane is cheaper, the cost. And then finally, in your area, we deliver propane too, no? So that's why, we made a decision to go with them because it was cost effective. So then we have a different propane, distributor for this. Holodat propane is not only to the stove, but it's supposed to service to our, heating also. So a changes up. The other one, is social media, they send there was something else that was changed due to cost. There was the propane and then there was something else.
Starlink.
Huh?
Starlink.
Starlink. Oh, our internet. We had a contractor that we were with, did computer internet on TV. And this contractor was supposed to keep an eye on the services, make sure the computers, the drives, and maintenance need a call. His contract leave on then. No, we didn't see him most of the year, huh? Asa, ado could the hey, Kwati nana zati kara kwasa nana za. Aden come now hush and like, but you know, nothing, then no, answer phone either. So, it don't change the things, man. We're gonna go with, he was Navajo-owned business too. And he's on the priority list, but his service has not been good lately. So we're gonna change to a different, IT, it's not IT services, contractor. Pero ein cambiado, estoy mestizo, y may I make a suggestion to improve and it's not like inlay the camera that doesn't need that. People doesn't need a hot ein control. On a hot in the it's not. I don't make an ad, I let, the net human legal yiga sexist any a don't know other hands are the record it is naliti and zago keep track of a year, 2 years that a phone lay not a hot dollar he and so a hot the day, the time, you can retrieve it. Later on, the memory, no, even his own net. Auto people, big at all, doesn't need the is she got that night? Or later that he starts recording. A call by the memory, he is interesting. These are a memory. Anza energy na aro ella ikodos an ahot and yosini that's aro there's other one that is available too na edi kimkai that's so all around ego yosin stop na. Okay, you can see who's coming in, who's not coming in, or patient kata the kahita, or you're in, no, don't record each, so there's different options. So I think we're gonna be changing our IT services to this business that's from Gallup, but it's Navajo owned. So whatever big changes that are coming, due to budgets, so cost. We want to be cost effective, so that's what we're going to do. Other than that, I don't have anything else. Billy, she?
I was gonna head out, just give you notes. Got an emergency to go to.
Okay.
Veterans Association, there's no Veterans Association in our leadership. They say, about beyond my time right now. We haven't elected new officers. So as an interim, I'm still a commander.
and unofficially, Dellek is our secretary. So we need to schedule a meeting, get new officers, and get this association going. Why, fiscal year 2024, PESO, again, in the past couple of years, they, as an agency, then the PESO. Well, not, so I don't know, okay. This year, we have a new director, new administration. Ts'ah Bii Ts'ah Bii PESO, Japan, I think we got budget last year. So I submitted a budget, but the director gave us the wrong numbers. Was that, right, couple meetings ago, we had a resolution support, was one legislation, that legislation passed. It's affecting creditors' money. See what I mean when I give a report, people leave, we do scores? So I guess veterans issues aren't that important. So we're having a meeting, Western Navajo Agency Veterans organization meeting at Tonalea tomorrow, 10 o'clock. So at that meeting, supposedly the new revised numbers should be available. I talked to the director yesterday, and we were supposed to have the numbers, but I'm sure they're going to be announcing those numbers tomorrow. So when we get those numbers, then this chapter, they got budget last day, budget commission. I'll bring that notice back, and we need to schedule a meeting so we can submit a budget, so it can be approved for next year. Otherwise, if we don't have a budget, nobody's going to be assisted until that budget gets noted. Association, convenience officers. This announcement right here, USNS Navajo. It's going to be they call it christening. So they're going to be christening the Navajo. And because it's called the Navajo, that's the first of that line of ships. So the following ships will be the Navajo class. I mean, they'll have other names, but it won't be Navajo. It's the Navajo class. So the live stream sites on the bottom, the one for Western agencies will be the Tuba City government. But I think they're gonna, the US Navy is gonna be also like on down near the bottom. There'll be simulcasts, and you can probably view it on your phones, and I'll probably put it on the Ts'ah Bii website, Facebook page, and you can follow from there. I'm invited to go there, but I don't plan on going there. So we'll see what happens. Yesterday we was Navajo Cook Talker Day, Marine Corps, that's a name, veterans and active duty and all that. So if you weren't there, I'm Air Force, so I was checking on the profile. Anyways, it was a good event. I met the president, started with his the first lady, and our delegates were there. I didn't see any from Western, except for Sunday Parish. But so now he's out here at the meeting, so I don't know what to do with that is. Anyways, we appreciate your support anyways, because our budget got, the legislation passed, talking about the Veterans Trust Fund, so we'll have additional funds and we'll have more money to work with that, makes it a little bit easier. So, any questions for me? So, probably schedule a meeting in 2 weeks. We'll get some more notes out, try to get more veterans involved on it. So, that's all. I got last year. And speaking of that, we have money here set at the chapter. Use it. All you need to do is bring your documents and credentials, issue your KDB, and you can get assistance for hardship, for energy, and appropriate updates. So I mean, they got it out by the document.
the Dr. Ts'ah Bii. There's some of money is left available. We've been sitting on that money for over 8 years. So we don't talk either. But I'm on that's and when we do that budget for next year, we'll probably do that budget for the local market as well. Approve it and we'll go on to next year. Thank you.
Cash non-content, auto, preschool or Head Start, just register your children, your 3 to 5 years old, and we haven't heard anything new about the buildings too, so now she will let you know, when that building is going to be there.
Club C. Club C.
Club was over here. Club C, Joe, third, Club J, the Club president, is not here, resigned. So, we told them that they can move up Mary McClure to be a member. And then they have to have their meeting to, select a new president or select, another officer so that they can have a president, vice president, and secretary. So their meeting is gonna be the last Friday of this month, on the 25th, they call the meeting, so. Once they decide who the officers are, we'll go ahead and do another resolution to have them stabilize some.
Last one.
Okay,
23.
so I'll show you the corner, are you sure?
Yeah, that's 23.
Okay, so due to losing quorum, we're gonna go ahead and adjourn. Meeting is adjourned at 1:52. Due to lost quorum. I can't. Not as the doctor.
Thank you guys all for joining online as well. And you guys have a good day.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Oh,